Hello dear colleagues, my name is Ankar and this is the new video and lesson plan for the grammar class. At this point of the lesson, I have already went over the objectives and warm-up, and now I will be teaching the instructing and modeling portion of the class. Let the class begin. I hope the objectives for today's class were clear. However, if you guys have any questions, please raise your hands. I will be clarifying them now, okay? However, if you have no question, guys, I would like to start our class with a song. It's a mashup song. It's a mashup of very popular songs, and I'm sure you guys have heard them before. But what I want you to do is listen carefully to the lyrics of the song. There will be a lot of WH questions, and what I want you to do is to write them down, okay? Now, we will listen to the song together. Here is the song. Please listen very carefully. Well, now we have heard the song. Please guys tell me how many WH words or questions you have heard. Yes, please. That is correct. There were 4 WH questions. So can you tell me what were they? We had who, then we had what, that is correct. Then we had where, and the final one is how. That is exactly correct. You guys did an amazing job. I'm pretty surprised actually. That is very good. Now let me ask you a question. Do you guys think that there are only 4 WH questions in English? No? Okay. Do you think there are more than 4? Yes? How many WH questions do you think there are? Is it 5? Is it 6? 7? Maybe. 8? Could be. Well, to be honest, there are 9 WH questions, and I'm sure you guys have heard them before, and you have used them in your daily life. However, today we will talk about their usage in more details, okay? So here are the questions. Sometimes we call them question words, okay? So we have what, when, where, who, whom. Then we have which, whose, why, and how. Now, what I want us to do is I will explain their usage. So when we talk about what is basically used when we want to talk about things, okay? I will give example for each one of these. So what are you doing? Or what do you think about the movie? Okay, this would be the example of what. We're talking about things. Then we have when, and it is used to talk about time. So when will you start? Or when are you leaving? Okay. Then we have where. It is used to talk about places. So where is my bag? Or where do you live? Then we have who. So who is used to talk about people. The example would be, who do you love the most in your family? Or who told you that story? I have never heard it before, okay? Then we have whom. It's used to talk about people, about object of verbs, okay? I'll give you an example, you guys will understand. Whom do you see in the morning? I saw Mr. Clark, my English teacher, okay? Or whom was Jim talking to? He was talking to Michael, his new roommate, okay? And then we have which is used to talk about choices, okay? So which one do you choose, the left or the right? Or all of our drinks in the menu, which one would you like, okay? Then we have whose, and we use whose to talk about possession. So whose pencil is this? Or whose pen is this? Is it yours or is it mine? Whose books are those, okay? Whose books are these? I'm sorry. Then we have why. We use it to talk about reason and cause. Reason and cause. So why did it happen? I didn't understand. Or why is he crying? Okay? Then we have how. So how is used to talk about manner and process. An example would be, how can you explain this problem? Please tell us. Or how can you get there? Okay? Now we will learn about forming WH questions. I'm pretty sure you guys know, but there are 2 ways, using an auxiliary or without an auxiliary. So when we use an auxiliary, what happens is we use a WH word plus the auxiliary plus the subject and plus the main verb with the question mark at the end. So auxiliary verbs basically are helping verbs. They're not the main verb, okay? So it would be like be, do, have, will, shall, should, can, could, and etc. Okay? So let's form a sentence. Here's an example. What do you do for a living? Why should we do the homework? Or when shall we go? Okay? Then another way of forming is without an auxiliary. So basically it is when WH word replace subject already. So what happened to my son? A bad accident happened to him. Or who won the game? They won the game, okay? What we will do next here is we will do some practice activities. So we have the 9 WH questions or question words. What I want you to do is to form a sentence using every single one of them. You have 5 minutes to form 2 sentences for each of those WH questions, okay? And the time starts now.